the discipline word itself is like a very huge word, where instead of using the word discipline,
teacher need to do something.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are all we are lagging behind with it nowadays.
Okay.
What I in my service.
Welcome to Think Tank, your window into the evolving Indian K-12 education. I'm Arya Vidya, and today we are unpacking a powerful and timely conversation: discipline and behavior management, restorative versus punitive approaches, where we will explore whether schools should punish misbehavior or repair and restore to truly transform student behavior. Joining us today on the panel is Miss Renuka Mahesh, Principal of Sri DPH High School, Bengaluru. With over 18 years of experience across diverse curricula, she is known for her commitment to academic excellence, holistic child development, and value-based education. Under her leadership, the school blends modern teaching practices with traditional values, creating a nurturing and dynamic learning environment. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the panel discussion. We are pleased to introduce our next panelist, Ms. Jayalakshmi Krishnamurthy, Principal of Royal Wisdom School, Bangalore. She is an educationist with over 18 years of experience in teaching and administration across leading CBSE, ICC and state board schools. A proactive leader and motivational speaker, she has been instrumental in counseling, teacher training and holistic student development, making her a dynamic voice in today's education landscape. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the panel discussion.
Thank you.
So, before any further delay, let's delve into the discussion. So, today we are discussing about the punitive and the restorative disciplines. So, both of them are the different kind of disciplinary methods that we are following. So, my first question to Renuka, ma'am. So, ma'am, can you define what is punitive discipline and what is the restorative discipline?
well, when we talk about the discipline word itself is like a very huge word, where instead of using the word discipline, we can always mention it as approach, that is a restorative approach and punitive approach. And when we talk about restorative approach, it is always, the word itself will say that we are restoring. What are we restoring? Whatever the damage it causes due to different kind of a behavior and different kind of action which students would do knowingly or unknowingly. And here it is going to benefit the students, where we will have a lot of interactions, and also the relationship is established, where the teacher-student relationship will be established, where we are not going to believe in the punishment. Instead, we are going to restore the damage caused through various aspects like having interaction and having a good relationship with them. And when I talk about punitive, it is a traditional approach. Again, I don't use the word as discipline, but it is again a approach where it's a traditional approach, where directly we start punishing the children for so-called rules breaking.
Yeah.
You know? And whatever even we have a classroom procedures where we generally don't mention it as classroom rules, because the rules, the word itself is again heavy, where people, any age group for that matter, they take it as like rules and regulation will add on to a kind of the disturbance in the mind. So there the procedures where it is directly leading with the punishment. So in short term, if I have to define both of them, that is restorative and punitive, where restorative is going to help us in restoring the relationship, what they're going to lose in any kind of conversation. That can be a small conflict, that can be a behavior which is not so acceptable by everyone. And punitive approach is straight away punishing, which will lead to either suspension or detention.
Okay. So that's a clear definition of understanding of what is the difference between both of the approaches. So my next question to Ms. Jayalakshmi ma'am. So ma'am, what is a set of philosophy or values that your school follows in case of teaching the students about the disciplinary approaches?
Yeah, actually, discipline, it's come from a home, it seems. It's a school. The first school is from a house of the school for the children. And even background of our children and even the prospect of the administration we are working. In our school, we have some ethics.
Yeah.
We have to do that, making understanding the rules and regulation as a good student in wealth of the good citizen also we are making.
Yeah.
And even discipline, not only in a coming in a uniform, standing, writing, not only that, they have a behavior, the talkings and sitting, everything it will be connected in the discipline. In our school, actually, we have started from the beginning of our mythological part. I will tell about that.
Okay.
And from beginning only, we will start with the traditional method of the meditation, prayer, assembly, everything we will start. In an assembly only, we are giving some input of active. The children will come to the school only, they need to be active. In a lazy posture, they can't. We'll be giving some activity based on the process, not a fledge and all.
Yeah.
Just we have some our school own curriculum wise prayer, song, like that and all we will taking care. In that we will be attending in that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in your school, which method are you like interested to follow the children? The punitive approach or the restorative approach?
Both we have to do.
Okay.
Because we cannot stand in a one part.
Okay.
Because both is required here. So we learn from in our schooling and all, we can't compassion with them. So now the new generation is there and new concepts are changing. So we need to adapt whichever good and our environment in who are the children are studying in us. That is also base.
Okay.
That based on that we will taking care of that.
Okay.
Because main we need the parents.
Sure. Sure.
The parents need to be follow. So whatever we may say,
Yeah.
that is we will be taking care in us.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, my next question to Renuka, ma'am. So, ma'am, in your experience, what are the significant limitations of the traditional approach?
So if you talk about this approach, both the approaches, of course, everybody believes that this punitive approach gives us immediate results. Where like students will stop their behavior immediately the moment we start with the punitive approach.
Yeah.
Wherein there are so many limitations for this approach, where like restorative approach when we have, where we have an interaction with the students, where we make them understand, and also like we tell them the importance of how this can be handled in a different manner, and also their opinions to be valued. So whatever the age it might be, but what happens is like students when we have the lending years, so when we give them the importance, and they know like what is good and what is not so good for them to do. And here this approach helps to have a very good relationship between the teacher and the student. And with the punitive approach, there are like limitations, like there is a totally lapse in the learning, wherein the students may end up having a lot of anger about that kind of a behavior. Punishment is not only like kind of a physical hurt caused by whether it is by the adult or by the students, the peers itself. It can be even the emotional way of because emotionally the child is hurt. Because even starting from 3 years old till any age for that matter, because when we interact, and then the usage of the words and the tone and the way how we value each and every individual's opinion, all these things matter a lot. Because in an approach like where parents do come up with because they were having that approach, because they have seen that in their childhood, whether it was at school or whether it was during their childhood. They have seen this approach, that is punitive approach only.
Yeah.
And they come up with the same philosophy, saying that, this is other measures are not going to work out. But when we make them understand, when they see the children growing, having all the values inculcated in them, understanding each other, having empathy, then they realize, yes, so this approach definitely is going to help.
Yeah.
And we also guide the parents. We have multiple conversations with them. So whenever we observe certain behavior, we can't say that it is good or bad, because it is all situational.
Yeah.
Children may not understand, the way how they are reacting to, stimuli immediately. So maybe right or wrong. When we make them understand, they do.
Yeah.
And when we have multiple conversations, see, suppose when the work is not done, immediately punishing them with, giving them some assignment, write these many times, or punish them physically. So they may immediately start doing that.
Yeah.
But that is like, that is not going to treat the root cause.
Yeah.
Right? And when it is not, treating the cause, then what happens is, like, in future, they will never realize the importance of it.
Yeah.
So they'll repeat the same mistake, and that is just instant result for the teacher maybe, or maybe with the peer also when they have the conversation. Yeah. And here that kind of behavior may continue, definitely, because it's observed behavior.
Yeah.
So when somebody is observing me, so I'll be quiet. Yeah. Because I'm going to get punished. So that's going to happen. And once it is realized by the children and they start reflecting, so what do we do is, like, for this we will have multiple sessions where kind of a counseling done by, because it's not that one session we do for the students periodically or something like that, because every teacher has to work as a counselor. Yeah. Because they are the ones, and also every parent. Yeah. Because at home, what happened today? And how was the class? What did you learn today? What was very good and then what was not so good? So all these questions, if it is asked by the parents and also by the teachers, right? How was it yesterday? What did you do in the evening? This kind of rapport when it happens. So automatically the child will open up. They start discussing everything. That is where that fear is not there. So ultimately we have to create fearless children. Exactly. So not that having all the time fear, then the skills will never come out. Yeah. Whatever the skills they have, it will be like completely suppressed. Yeah. Because of the fear. Yeah. So once we have this approach, then maybe result is a little slow. We may not get the immediate result, but we are not here to get immediate result. Yes, we are result oriented. We need to get results, but it is a process. It is a process. So where it requires some time. It requires some time to have a lot of interaction. Then finally, the child realizes and the parents also will realize. Yeah. So there we are creating, the individuals were having a lot of empathy, understanding. Yeah. They learn self-reflection on their own. So that, like, where are we going wrong and how to correct myself. So these are the drawbacks where, they stop learning or they lose interest. And maybe like the relationship is lost totally. Yeah. Because when the teacher is always, having... saying no for everything, or punishing them every time, then they lose that kind of that is the reason why these days there is no good rapport between the teacher and the students. Yeah. Where it is just like, okay, teacher is teaching us and we are going to school, and more than that, it is like, they are doing their work and then we are doing our work. That's it. And that kind of relationship is somewhere it is lost. Yeah. So these are the drawbacks. These are the drawbacks of punitive approach.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the next question to ma'am. So, ma'am, can you share a specific example of how the restorative practice has successfully resolved the behavioral incident of a child in your school? Do you have any experience of that?
Yeah. However, Renuka is saying about the teacher and even children. We have a very good rapport. It's like a teacher is teaching, child is learning. It's not both a learner. When we taken that concept, 100% we will go with that and all. we will get it. And as a teacher, we need to know about the content as well as patience, as well as good discipline.
Yeah.
First, we have to take care. Then we can go ahead with an empathic with the children.
Yeah.
Because we doesn't know. In a 44 children in a classroom,
Yeah.
all the children, they can't get that what she is saying. Because some children, they have not understanding the accent of her teacher.
Yeah.
Listening skill and learning skill and writing skill and even vocabulary also. Because it's an all basic concept.
Yeah.
That basic concept at home we cannot get it. Little bit the parents also pulling
Yeah.
to the children. But punishment is not there also. Even as a teacher, we need to come down with our responsibility, with a little bit. As a teacher, we have a lot of responsibility in a classroom.
Yeah.
So we need to complete, in a 45 minutes, we need to complete with the 4 concept.
Yeah.
The 4 concept also we have to complete. Along with the children also need to attend.
Yeah.
Where we are lagging behind with that learning, reading speed, that we have to, as a teacher and a subject wise, when we taken that one, partially, we can get it the good result. Even I done it. Because all the children are not good, not bad. We cannot tell about that a good, bad. All are the same.
Yeah.
But we need to understand the child psychology. Based on the psychology, we can make them to, just we can give a one, uplifting a child, they will get that 100%.
Okay.
So, mocks is also important. Right the way the child is know the content, mug up, biting, that and all, it will not work.
Yeah.
So, they need to know that 99% responsibility of a teacher need to go ahead with the content to make them to understand.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is nowadays what happening, we have some accent problem. Even a teacher also is there. Even child is also not understanding. Where we also lagging behind, we need to understand and make it that process. Every day in a per day, we have 6 classes, 3 subject, 2 language, along with some PT period. This and all. These are why we are giving in a school.
Yeah.
Because a child need a 1 minute rest, 2 minutes rest, that we need to make them to understand. In a counseling and all, we may, even I used to do that counseling. So based on that, in a lessoning also, we have give 1 minute of a charming period, 1 minute.
Okay.
That they will cheer up, they will calm down. Even the child is sitting in front of us, they watching us, but mind is not there. They're not understanding. They're concentrating us, they will nodding her head, but they're not. Because in the time, the teacher need to understand the concept and make them to pull up with us. That is, concentration need to be taken care of a teacher. And where the child is lagging behind with the things, we need to understand immediately. We need to tell to the parent with positive voice. Then they, even at home also, children not getting in a proper resistance with the family also, it will work. It will, child will not concentrate. The child will not hold. That is, both the side we have to take care.
Yeah.
Even parent also is there, 20% from a parent, 80% from the teacher. Then even though 90% the child will get, that is partially we will tell about.
Yeah.
In a school also, some children, they may not understanding. So as a teacher, within a 45 minutes, she can't go ahead. But even though some teacher, they have the patience to learning,
Yeah.
they can understand. In a preschool, we can do all those things. Because in a preschool, the child is having a lot of empty brain.
Yeah.
We can pull lot of things inside.
Yeah.
So in a good manner. When I'm anger, I'm a teacher,
Yeah.
I'm in the anger mood, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
When I come to the school, I need to be free. I need to enjoy my concept. Then only I can do that.
Yeah.
Even we need to have that ability to child make come to our point.
Yeah.
They need to not only understanding, they need to attract
Yeah.
in a modulation of a voice, modulation of a song, something and all. When the children, they make clapping and all, they will be attending.
Yeah.
Children need, teacher need to do something.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are all, we are lagging behind with it nowadays.
Okay.
What I, in my service, I feel that one. Because we are not getting a free time.
Yeah.
We have a lot of work to do. Meanwhile, we are not concentrating. But we are doing, as a teacher, we are doing. But even though, when you are asking some narrating, then so we need to clarify with that. So we will be polish every class. We are brush upping ourselves. Then it is easy to taking class and make the student understanding the concept.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is not only in a preschool to higher classes, even college also.
Yeah.
It is going on.
Yeah.
But some college children, they're not accepting. They're not listening and all. But even though sometime in a result coming time, they will come down with that. Even some days, even pressures from a parent also is there. Always parents are comparing the children.
Yeah.
My cousin is that, you're not coming. Is handwriting it.
Yeah, comparison is
Yeah.
something that
Yeah.
demotivates the
The
children.
child mindset.
Yeah.
And always a mother, when she's taking a food or holding a pencil or something, in the time we have to take care. A child is holding 5 fingers also for the writing. It's a right or wrong? Right or wrong, ma'am?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's,
As a mother, she need to tell. In a period, we are playing in a lot of playthings. That is an all motto.
yeah.
The 5 motor skills when we have, at home only we are done. But it need to be connecting in a school. That activity we are doing in a school. Right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
We are doing in a school. So that is in a, when we saw something, the child is not holding pencil something, we need to observe what things is there. That we are logging behind with the parent also.
Okay.
I'm straight away telling that. They will
We
come
need to
with that.
understand each and
Everything.
separate.
The 5 motor skills, it is in a preschool to first standard.
Yeah.
Rather than they have the ability to do the whole, they can,
Yeah.
that work, they can do. But in that period, baby to 5 years is very, very important for the parent.
Okay.
And even teacher, we will take care. Even what happening, they will pull the child in a daycare
Yeah.
because they both are working. The teacher also, even patiently, we need to take care. These are all the common things we need to take care. When we may taking from the first step of a house, then there's a second step, they may coming out for the schooling. We will also doing, all the teachers, I'm not telling about me, all the teachers are doing, but somehow we need that uplifting from a parent.
Yes.
We will, 100% we will give the result.
Yes, ma'am. Moving on to the next question to Renuka, ma'am. So, ma'am, in your opinion, what role the teachers and the staff will play in teaching the students about the restorative approach?
Yes. So here the staff include everyone, starting from the principal, the teaching staff, non-teaching staff, everybody. So each and every adult in the campus, so they need to demonstrate empathy and, not having the approach of having boss or a head or something like that. And the approach needs to be kind of a team player and not as a manager.
Yeah.
So that everybody is comfortable, so that when the people are approachable, then the students will come forward to express their views. Because what happens is, like, generally at school or any environment for that matter, they have kind of a fear in their mind where they don't express. But when we have this restorative approach, where they come forward, they have interaction, and because we are not going to have any kind of approach with respect to discipline, because any staff for that matter in the school premises, wherein if they have that approach where they are going to have a complete freedom given to voice out their opinion, and also like respect their views.
Yeah.
Of course, we will not be saying yes for everything, right? So we have to draw the line somewhere where what is good, what is not so good. So we are going to understand that, and then we are going to take necessary whatever the procedure needs to be done. But at the same time, when even the students, primary students, if they come forward to request something, and instead of saying no straight away, we can always tell them, see, these are the steps which we will be doing, and this is how we are going to get the result. So would you like to go with this? They themselves will say yes or no.
Yeah.
So there, they feel very happy about it because they've raised their concern and it's been attended. So here, this kind of approach if we have, so that like nobody in the school environment will be having any kind of mind pressure of not speaking, they express and they're valued.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, as an end result, as a team, all of us will be doing what is required for the betterment of the students. But we do it in a very settled manner, where, but because both the approaches to be mixed, where it's a combination of both the approaches. It is not that, punitive approach will not work at all, but not in terms of giving punishment, but at the same time, explaining them the consequences. Explaining them, if we do this, what is going to happen. Right? Then once they understand,
making them aware
yes, making them aware of it. So there, like, it is a combination of both the approaches. And here, each and every individual, as I mentioned, starting from principal to any role for that matter. So all of us need to have this kind of approach where, we need to set as a model in front of them. Because we are having that empathy. We are having that kind of no conflict when we talk to each other. Even in the campus, when the staff members are talking to each other, the way, the tone, the language, the words usage, when we do it, immediately if we react in that manner, then definitely the children will be observing. Because more than, learning in different manner, because once they see certain things, they start following it up. Same thing happens even at home. That is the reason why when the parents, because we have a lot of parenting sessions as well, we call them even for nutrition, like what kind of food they have to feed. And what way they have to get them ready in the morning. For all that, we have the sessions to the parents. And also the way how they have to have the conversation with the children, because they also have to be like, because though they are 3 years, 4 years or 5 years or 15 years old children, so they have to be valued.
Exactly.
Then the respect comes in. For the teachers or for the parent.
It's a mutual thing.
We strongly believe in that. It's a mutual thing. So there, the approach, it's not only the school, because it is not limited to school alone. So once we cascade this, having a lot of sessions to the parents, then what happens, parents also will get that kind of a knowledge. They also start realizing that, okay, this approach, definitely it is going to help. Because these days, parents are having very less time to interact with the students. And once they talk to them, then they understand what kind of a trouble my child is facing. At the same time, at school, we may say like, okay, he or she is not doing the homework, or maybe not answering properly, having a very kind of a rude talk with everyone. But we at times fail to understand why the child is reacting in that manner.
Exactly.
So once we start understanding all that, then have one-on-one, then the child will just thrash out everything from the mind. So this is how I have this kind of trouble, and then slowly and gradually the child start opening up. Then that is going to help. That otherwise that will go as a barrier for learning. So their learning will at times stop over there. There is a long gap to again come back on the same track of learning. So here, as a community of the school, each and every individual, in terms of sometimes if you observe some of the staffs are not having good conversation with the children, then immediately we need to just see to that what kind of changes can be done in that. Because we don't have to feel bad about acknowledging that some mistake happened from my side while talking. Even that conversation if you have with the children, saying that yes, when I was talking to you, it happened. It was not intentional. So please don't feel bad about it. Then we are not losing anything. At the same time, we are gaining a lot of respect from the children. So this kind of approach, if we have it as a school community, all of us, then definitely it is going to help out, and then it will work like miracle.
Exactly. So the entire school needs to be a team to teach the children about the disciplinary approaches.
Exactly.
Moving on to the next question to you, ma'am. So, ma'am, in your experience, how do you involve the students to take care of their own behavior, take the responsibility of their own behavior, and repairing their harm they caused?
Yeah. Actually, in my experience, as a principal, we should not sit in a chamber. We have to going in each and every classes, and we have a list of the children. And meanwhile, all the classrooms they have a 3 to 4 groups.
Yeah.
Based on that group, we need to telling some moral stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays we are not getting that moral stories only. So we are not having time to tell. But even though some activity based work
Yeah.
we can make to the children only, it will helpful to us. And in a school also we done a lot of little bit changes. And behavior. When we is telling them you're doing wrong, the mindset will be registered. The teacher is wrong. The teacher saying wrong. She's actually point outing me. It will be a lot of queries
Yeah.
in a mind of a child, and it will be complaint against the teacher to the parent. Because nowadays the parent is also very attentive with the children.
Yeah.
Because they're not asking about the what you learn, what happened in a classroom. That is also methodology it is there. So based on that, we need to tell in a positively. Every time we can't go ahead positively, but even though we need to tell them the risk is how they may getting good touch, bad touch. They may get hurt also. How they may hurt. What next they can need to suffer. How they may taking care. Everything will little bit we have to tell. As a even we in a patiently we need to tell to our teachers also. Then it will be helpful to the child. And the basic behavior from the gate, the child is coming in from a house to school. Entering only, we have to give them positive process.
Yeah.
That is, every time we need to make them. 10 times the child is doing a wrong also, we need to be in a patient. We need to make them to polish and polish.
Yeah.
It will give 100% result. I am doing that. So many children, they coming from a background of very bad background. Even though when we giving that love and affection to the child, not only in a teaching, we are giving some the touch feeling. We have a eye to eye contact.
Yeah.
A teacher, they have a eye to eye contact mean the child will understanding the thing.
Yeah.
And even they have, oh, she's mine.
Yeah.
She will take care of mine. When we have that communication between the child and the teacher, it will helpful to us.
Yeah.
And not only even completing with the subjects, we need to tell all those this moral education and even how they need to go outside. Everything we need to tell in a even we have an activity, the field trip activity.
Okay.
Before going, we are showing some videos. In a lift, there how they go, in an escalator how they go,
Okay.
how they slip down, how they need to hold the hand. Everything we are teaching.
Okay.
Yeah, that is also we can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next question to Renuka, ma'am. So, ma'am, do you feel that the parents are still receptive to the restorative practices, or are they following the traditional way of upbringing the child, or are they accepting the punitive approach?
Exactly, because the parents, like any school for that matter, whether it is in a village or in city or in metropolitan city, wherever, whichever the school, the parents are like, of all kind of schools, they, because they have been likewise during the childhood, as I've already mentioned. So they come up with that approach, mentioning that otherwise children will never learn. So that is a statement. Generally, they have it.
Okay.
When we make them understand, having multiple sessions, as I mentioned, where through the interaction, they will understand that, what is the need of my own child. Because to understand that, because there will be a lot of gap, what we have observed already, where child is quiet and he is not listening properly. And for all that, punishment is the only key, most of them, I'm not saying that everyone, most of them, they believe in that. We punish and then, you do this, otherwise I'm not giving you this. kind of a thing. It is like appreciation helps at times, but always it may not. You're good, you're good, I'm giving you this, So that way, if you keep doing that, it may not help. So parents do come up with mentioning that, this punitive approach is the one like where talking and making them understand will take time, and then they're not listening at all. But once they realize, yes, how it is going to help in shaping them in terms of, having good values for themselves and becoming good individuals. So that's more important. Because child may sit and by heart the whole night just because of the punishment, and may score even 100 out of 100. Child may gain even first rank in the in the country, even if you have it, right? But finally, if the child is not able to express, always having the fear and always having that kind of conflict in their mind, and the skills are not developed. These days, like, parents are also understanding. Now they realized that both approaches have to be there, where in a settled manner, because we have to have the boundaries, very strong boundaries drawn for this kind of approach, where we are restoring the kind of lost behavior. At the same time, we are drawing the boundaries for it. Right? See, suspension and detention may not be the solution all the time. At times, we may have to do that. But when we suspend a student, when we detain a student, we need to make the child understand by giving some time. Wherein child realizes himself or herself. See, because of this kind of behavior, I have lost this. So let me not repeat this kind of a behavior. So that way the child is growing. And this kind of growth, sustainable growth happens if and only if we are going to link this kind of responsibility with the guidance and the opportunities. So when we are not giving even the opportunity for the children, then what happens is like they're not valued at all. And we're not giving the lending ears to them. We're not listening at all. What problem they are facing. So straight away we tell them, no, don't do this. So their thought process, everything stops over there. So that is where like the parents also have understood now. So my child is asking about this, I'm not getting interest to read this or learn this. My interest area is this. Then parents started analyzing and understanding now, and they started valuing also. And there are so many instances which
there's a good
happened.
change.
Very good change in parents. And now these days, like, okay, fine, my child is not showing interest in this area. Somewhere, this is a reason for it. So let me help my child in getting that interest back. So that way they are also helping in kind of time given to the child. These small steps only they have to do. It is not that having the child going to an institution where to learn that particular subject. No, it's not that. It is the human connect which has to happen. Where when the child is happy, everything is taken care of.
Exactly.
Right? The happy mind does a lot of things. So that happy mind is there alive when the things, whatever you're doing, you're getting that satisfaction.
Exactly.
So the satisfaction comes in when person is understanding you, whether it's parent or the teacher. So that kind of environment we have to create. So this kind of approach, that is punitive approach, now parents are also, because earlier they used to come and then say, so beat our children, do whatever you want. Even these days, even now, till date, they are doing it. So if you're just telling them, they may not listen. So now my child is, kind of, under your custody, you do whatever you want. That's how they do. But when we say, sir, forget about punishing, we don't even touch them, okay? And later, we'll continue the conversation. We also tell them, forget about punishing physically. We are not going to even question them in a manner which, disturbs the child. Like, why did not you do this? Why are you quiet?
Making
why
them
word
scared.
itself? Why word itself is a kind of, emotionally they are hurt. Instead, I will be very happy if you can perform this and you are able to do it. Can you try this out? Children will start. Ma'am will be happy. Let me do that. Even 10th standard, small little things, they'll be so happy performing. Because art and all, they never show interest. Art classes.
Okay.
So they say, who will be doing this painting, art and all that. In a whole class, maybe like some 4 or 5 students may show interest and remaining ones are not.
Yeah.
Then you give them the opportunity, talk to them. Okay, now I'm just giving you this newspapers, and then whatever is available with you, you start doing certain things. Some craft, some art.
Yeah, something.
They start discussing and they start doing it. Finally, the end product, after seeing it, they'll be so happy themselves. Oh, I did this. This is one small classic example where if you provide them the opportunity, that kind of a time and that kind of happiness, if we give them, then it is taken care of. Similar environment has to be there at home also.
Okay.
So that is wherein like parents are understanding these days, and they are also coming forward and explaining the same scenario. Okay, this happened at home because we followed this approach.
Okay.
Okay, and in punitive approach, even parents are also doing away with that.
Okay. So moving on to the next question to you, ma'am. So, ma'am, in your opinion, what are the key barriers in the transitioning from the punitive approach to the restorative approach? So, what do you think what are the key limitations or challenges you have to face from teaching a child through a punitive approach to a restorative approach?
Yeah, punitive, we can say we have some limitation. We have some limitation. We cannot move on because the government rules and even our management rules, lot of things. Behind that also we are taking care in that one. When we are doing in a partial thing, parent will come. You should not touch a child. You should not punish my child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nowadays is going on. And even though as a teachers we are doing with that, properly we need to go ahead because we feel that one. A child is going to down, we can't leave it. So we will taking care and we will doing in a lot of mannerable thing, in a activity base, in a classroom. We are not going to punish, but even though we are giving in a empathically, we are taking care. A little bit nowadays we have some limit. We cannot pausing in that.
Okay, ma'am. My question is that the restorative approach that we are following, is it effective to all age groups or is it limited to a particular age group?
So this age group, like starting from very young child, starting from maybe 1.5 2 years baby till any age. Okay, always restorative approaches only going to give us a good expected results. I won't say that the other approach, punitive approach, is not going to help us at all. It will, but as I told you, like it's going to be a combination of both. But maximum, in a larger percentage, it's always a restorative approach where if I talk about only the school environment,
Yes.
starting from nursery, that is a 3 years age child, till grade 5, the primary children, pre-primary, the kindergarten and primary children, they follow the teachers very much.
Yeah.
Where they follow their words, each and every word. They go home and say that, my teacher said this and this is only correct. So that way they follow, and each and every statement of the teacher is valued and also followed.
Yeah.
And their instructions will go smoothly, whatever the instructions teachers are giving, so they follow it. And there it is a kind of, a lot of connect also happens over there.
Yeah.
And through that connect, this kind of following the instructions, everything will happen smoothly.
Yeah.
Where punishing approach is not at all required in that age, because already they are having the teachers as role models in that age.
Yeah.
In the primary classes age. So there it is taken care of. But wherein when it comes to the higher grades, the secondary grades, that is grade 6 to grade 10 or even 11 and 12, so their autonomy has to be given.
Okay.
Where their opinions to be valued, and then whenever they come up with certain points, their own decisions for their own events, right?
Yeah.
And during that time, like when we discuss with them, because adolescent age, already like there are a lot of disturbances which happens naturally, and they get at times irritated, at times they are not able to cope up with their own stress, or kind of emotionally they are hurt at times for very small little things.
Yeah.
And during the time, if the teachers act as a kind of a, always giving them the instructions, do this, don't do this, so there they are not able to cope up that kind of a behavior.
Yeah.
So here this restorative approach, where we will be having that one-on-one with each and every student, because when the teachers know their class, starting from grade age 3 to any age for that matter, individually knowing them about the student's strength and areas of improvement where they have to concentrate on, they are done.
Yeah.
Once they know, because individually, by their name, by the way how they do things and everything. So that is because this restorative approach always helps in having very good relationship and bond with the students.
Yeah.
Where because here it is everything happens with a talk. So nothing like hurting anyone with physically or emotionally.
Yeah.
So there, while talking, what happens? The rapport is built, where multiple conversation happen, and we understand each and every individual very well.
Yeah.
And also when we know that these children are not able to perform in that particular area, also we start encouraging them.
Yeah.
It is not pushing them to the core saying that you have to do it, you must do it. That is again a punitive approach.
Yeah, exactly.
Where punishing is not only with a stick or something, because
Yeah.
it is again punishing like okay, you have to dance or you have to go and speak, right? Instead, I'm there to help you. Okay, so come up with your own points.
Yeah.
And then I'm there to help you out in giving more points to that. Okay, then when the child comes, then have an interaction with, and then also just see to that what needs to be added to that, and then appreciate what has been done by the child.
Yeah.
So there what happens in the child who was not having any interest about going and speaking on the stage, child may speak.
Yeah.
Child is not going to
They
read
get
out.
motivated.
Child is not going to read out at all.
Yeah.
So because we discourage always, even starting from any age for that matter, students will never read holding a sheet.
Yeah.
Okay, it is only the news. Otherwise, everything they go and speak. We don't call it as speech.
Yeah.
We call it as a talk. We call it as a presentation.
Yeah.
So that is how they go and present themselves. So here in the higher classes, it will help to the greater extent. And in lower classes, any approach you follow in a very settled manner, in a very loving manner, if you treat them, then we can achieve that.
Yes, ma'am.
So as a conclusion to say, since you are mentioning as because we are now touching upon the age, age level, from what age to what age, we are going to have this kind of approach. But to all the age, to the greater extent, this restorative approach is going to help out. And not only that, we have to extend this to the next age level community as well. Even in the working field, why not? Because it is not limited to the school environment alone, and even in the higher level as well, when they go even in as adults, the way how we talk to people, and then how we interact, and then how we react to the situations and everything. And also at home with the parents, how we talk, because same thing they carry. Right?
Exactly.
So this approach, restorative approach, always will help us to restore the damages which may be caused by the reason may be very simple, or maybe the maximum reason it could be. So any reason for that matter, even when we talk certain conversation we may not like, so again the conflict comes. So that needs to be sorted, where the communication is the key.
Exactly.
When we communicate, when we talk, a lot of things are sorted.
Yeah.
And also we know our own strength, because unnecessarily getting angry on somebody and reacting to the situation may not give us any result.
Yeah, exactly.
So of course we are going to set a very clear boundary for what is expected behavior. That is the reason why we always mention the classroom procedure instead of classroom rules.
Yeah.
Okay, the rule word itself is, if we just do away with that.
Dominating.
Yes, very much. So we replace that. Even the discipline word, initially I was mentioning not to use that word discipline. Instead of, because always no discipline, children are not disciplined. Yeah. Discipline the children. Instead of that, set some procedures.
Yeah.
And ensure that, these procedures are being followed.
Exactly.
And a lot of monitoring is required. So if we tell them something and getting the work done, there are two different things. Where there is a very thin line in between.
Yeah.
Where I've assigned some work to the children or maybe the teachers or anybody for that matter. Yeah. So if you leave it over there without having any monitoring done, this is applicable even for the parents, where parents may assign certain work, parents may ask them to do certain things. Yeah. But there, if they are not, otherwise, okay, you did not do it, you start punishing.
Exactly.
Instead, don't give that gap. Without any gap, keep following it up. Okay, have you done that work? Can I have this in the evening by this time? Okay, can we sit and discuss on that today? Yeah. Likewise, so the child will prepare for that. Yeah. Similarly at school also.
Okay.
So the approach is really like, it's going to help out to any age for that matter.
Thank you, ma'am. That's an insightful talk. Yeah. So as we conclude, it is clear that striking the right balance between restorative and punitive approaches is essential to building a disciplined yet compassionate learning environment. Thank you for being with us on Think Tank. Signing off, Arya Vidya. Until next time, stay engaged and keep the conversations going.